Whoosh, we're back. Squeeze the Neck podcast, back at London Shootfighters. I nearly said somewhere else then. London Shootfighters with my not new mate, old mate, Norbert Novenyi Jr. Thanks for doing this again, mate. No, I'm good, man. Just hurt your back, mate, as you're training, right? So you got a little niggle, but we're all good, so everything's good. Is that all right to keep in? We have to keep that in? Yeah. So I was going to say, maybe
it's nothing major.
No, but it's like them little niggles are they're the ones, aren't they? They drive you nuts because they're not injuries per se, are they? But hey, we're starting a positive rather than a negative. But second appearance, mate. I'm grateful for you having me back.
Thank you for
Got a fight coming up in Hungary, right? Yeah. Which is, go back and watch the first episode. We spoke a bit more about like you grew up in Hungary and whatnot. Today we'll probably speak about the fight coming up in future and any other shit that's going on. But firstly, mate, as I say, always grateful for you to have me down. What's going on, bro? What's happening?
Yeah, well, good, man. Same old, just training. Obviously, I've got this fight now. I had a fight with it's a French show called Hexagon, but they did a show in Hungary in April. I was on that card. I wasn't the main event. I was a co-main event, but because they put a title fight as a main event, but I was the main event.
All right.
So that was amazing. That was 5,000 people in attendance, and this one's supposed to be 10,000.
So serious. That's
it should be good, man.
And how's that? Like, it's in Hungary, obviously. You the hometown boy when you go in there.
Well,
you
expect
it.
Yeah. So it's a lot of pressure. So for the last one, I had a rib injury. Like I pulled one of my ribs just like a week before my fight. Literally my last session. Fucking
good timing then.
Honestly, and then. Even though I like my back, Jesus. My original opponent got arrested, like a couple of days before the fight. So
a couple of days before the fight. Oh, right. Okay.
So I was about to fly out on Wednesday, and I got the phone call on Tuesday that basically my coach got a phone call from Brazil that they're looking for an opponent for me. So then my coach goes like, yeah, by the way, your opponent's been arrested. So I call up the Hungarian organisers, because obviously it's a French show, but the people who put the show on is like the Hungarians. So I was like, yo, my opponent got arrested. They were like, what? No way, we didn't know that. I was like, shut up, man. And then they started looking for opponents. So they gave me one opponent. I was like, cool, I'll take it. Then get to Hungary, they haven't heard back from the guy. So it turns out he just disappeared. So Wednesday night, they gave me another opponent. I was like, okay, cool. Like, I take that as well. But that's a heavier weight. So that's not middleweight. That was going to be a 91.
Okay.
So I was like, cool, I can eat. So I started eating.
So sorry, just to cut in there, 91 for anyone who works in different money. That's 200 pounds, right?
Yeah, just over like
just over
5. No, not 205. 202.
202, right? So just right. Yeah. So it's a big difference, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, and I was already. What was I? Yeah, I must have been around 89 kilos. Just because obviously I was cutting weight to 84. So I was like, you know what? Now I can eat perfect. So I go up in weight. Then I get a phone call that the guy is being funny with the money, he doesn't want to accept it, blah, blah, blah. So they find another guy, but he wants 84. So now I had to like cut down again. And honestly, it was so much stress. Then I started warming up. I was like, I couldn't grapple, couldn't do anything with my rib. It was so painful. So then I remember walking out and I see the crowd, everyone's like cheering for me. I was like, oh man, I'm bricking it. I was bricking it so bad because obviously the injury, the opponent changed. I'm supposed to be winning tonight, you know. I'm the hometown favourite, so it's like, oh, everything was a lot. But then it became a great show. You know, my walkout went viral on TikTok and on Instagram, so it was all right. It was good.
And it got a victory, right?
Yeah.
So that's all that matters at the end of the day, innit?
Yeah,
but like what you just said there, like, what was it, 4? I counted 4 change of opponents as you were saying it.
Horrible.
And like for you to even do it, because let's be real, a lot of people go, listen, enough's enough, right? You're going up in weight, down in weight, all the stress, the rib injury.
And the money is not like, not like when I was in Bellator or something like that.
Right.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, I know that a lot of people bought tickets just to come see me. So, when you got thousands of people coming, because realistically, most of them came to see me, like, because I fought in Bellator. Like, in Hungary, there's me and another guy, Adam Boric, who are like world-class fighters, who's been on that world stage.
Yep.
So I know that people came to watch me. Obviously, there were other fighters as well, and obviously their supporters came as well, but I truly believe that most people, and especially most MMA fans in Hungary, came to watch me. So.
And it happens anyway, doesn't it? Like we've all bought tickets for pro shows where ex-fighters fighting on it, and then he gets pulled off, and it is a fight.
Yeah,
you still enjoy the night, but it is shit, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it depends. Sometimes, unfortunately, you end up having to pull out.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I just want to stay in there because it's just not a good look. Like I want to make sure I'm there. You know, and still some people, because obviously my opponent, he's a lightweight. And it took the fight on like a very short, like literally they found him in Brazil on Thursday night, and he literally got there Friday. So this
fair
poor
play to
guy,
him as well.
fair
Fucking
play.
hell.
And then his manager took his money as well.
Ooh.
He messaged me after, his manager took the money from the organization, and then they're not paying him. And this guy flew around the world, traveled for like 24 hours, and poor guy. And then got beaten up, and then people are still like ripping into me like, oh yeah, but his opponent was shit. I'm like, bro, like, just be happy that I even showed up. Do you get what I mean? Like, and to be fair, the guy wasn't a bad guy. He was 9-4, you know, so he's not like a horrible record. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Brave guy as well to do that, isn't he?
Yeah,
fucking hell.
But that's like literally like 1 day notice. Yeah. Like, how many people will do that? Do you get what I mean?
Not many. A lot of people say they would, but not many would do it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
so fair play to him. He's a nice guy as well. He was actually fighting in Liverpool.
Is he?
Yeah, and a couple.
What's his name?
Figueiredo.
Figueiredo. Shout out Figueiredo.
Alves Figueiredo.
Alves Figueiredo. Shout out to Alves, you bad motherfucker.
Yeah, so he was a cool guy. But yeah, because obviously he's a lightweight. He was a bit chubby when he came.
Right.
You get what I mean? It's one of them.
Big difference, isn't it? Lightweight to middleweight.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, technically most of his fights were in welterweight before.
Right.
But after this fight, now his next fight is in lightweight.
Yeah.
But I think that's his first lightweight fight.
Right. Okay. So
we'll see.
But So he's big enough-ish. But,
yeah. He had to cut weight down to like 84. Do you get what I mean? He's probably walked around at 87, 88.
Right.
Which is not like a big welterweight either.
Nah.
But he's just one of them where it's like short nose fight. Shit happens, you know.
That's it. What would you walk around at, or is it a secret while the camera's on?
I can go up to 105 if it's like that.
Oh, big boy,
But now I've started dieting, so actually I'm in a very good shape right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, you look different the last time I see you.
Yeah.
To be fair.
But to that was winter as well.
It was winter. You was in a big coat. You was dressed for dressed for winter. Yeah.
So right now, but like right now I'm probably at 98.
Oh yeah. And in shape, right? Because as I say, you look different.
Yeah. So like I'm proper lean. But also I've started cutting weight now. So, but yeah, just before that, like I've got some pictures on my Instagram where I'm super chubby.
Yeah.
I've got no abs, nothing. I can go up to 105. Shit, when I broke my neck, when I tore my ACL, I went up to 110.
Oof, that's a big man.
I can get big.
But how tall are you? What are you, 6 foot 1?
6 foot.
1, yeah, 6 foot. So 6 foot, let's say for round numbers, say 100 kilos. Like, if you're training, you ain't got to be in the best of shape, but if you're training at that weight and that size, it's a big man, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I don't think people appreciate the dedication to get down to 84. Because if you say 84 kilos, people go, not that big.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, 84 kilos, if you cut to that, it's a fucking big guy.
And I've got a small frame. Do you get what I mean? For me, it's my the size of
thick,
my hands.
I got you.
Like when I'm out next to other fighters, they look a lot bigger. Like actually the guy's my friend now, but he so when I first started going to his gym, like for lifting weights, whatever, he just saw I was with a Bellator bag, and he was like, "Oh, you fight a Bellator?" I was like, "Yeah, well, I just left. I'm actually fighting a French organization now." And I was cutting weight. I was like 2 weeks away from my fight. And he was like, "Oh, so what weight class you fight at? Lightweight?" I was like, "Motherfucker!"
Oh no,
you motherfucker! I like, "No, I'm a middleweight." He's like, "Okay." And I didn't see him, and I came back, and I was up to 101 after 2 weeks after my fight. And I'm like, "Do I still look like a lightweight to you?" And he's like, "Nah, man. You're
Lightweight? He was he have like funny eyes or something? Come on, man. Lightweight, the biggest lightweight ever.
No, but to be fair, frame-wise, like I've got welterweight frame.
Like, right. I hear that.
6 foot, not like crazy, like not tall or whatever. I've got long arms, but it's more for me. I've got like big bones, big ankles, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, because I was going to say, where you get up to sort of that weight before, you've never got any desire to sort of jump a weight and go to light heavy. That's not on the horizon.
It's way too small.
Do you think? Yeah, you are. Okay.
Way too small.
Yeah.
Even for, like I said, for middleweight, like some of the boys are just too big.
Do you find that? Do you feel that? Like, what is the issue? Because I'm assuming it's not strength, because you, as you said, like you do your training, you're a very sort of heavy set guy, but like, is it the frame?
yeah, there's a favour like they're long. Do you get what I mean? And to be fair, my style, because I've got a very in and out, bouncy point style. Like I cover the distance, but I can feel it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And also, some of the boys are strong. Like one of my teammates, my shipman, he's super strong. Like him, one guy that I fought that on roster, although he didn't feel strong in the fight, but like he's a strong boy. Do you get what I mean? Like some of the guys at middleweight are very strong. So now if I go up to light heavyweight, they're probably going to be even stronger, even heavier, and even taller.
Right. Yeah. There's people doing the same sacrifice to get to that low, isn't it?
Exactly.
Like if you're cutting weight to get to 205, that's
Exactly.
a big block. That's
yeah,
real
that's
big
a
now.
big boy. That's like they probably walk around 115 kilos.
Yeah, proper. Yeah, at least I've said this before. I might have said this to you before. I'm repeating myself. But I didn't train with him. I don't know him at all personally. But Jimmy Manuel was in a strength and conditioning gym.
I've trained with Jimmy.
You trained with Jimmy?
Him, yeah.
Have you? Yeah. So I've never done any martial arts with him or
Big
anything
boy.
like that. That's mate. I was in a strength and conditioning gym with him, and he was training like he was finishing his session just as I was coming in, and I believe he was in preparation for the Rumble fight at the time. That sort of time frame. If I'm wrong, it was close. But he was like fucking massive. Like when I saw him, I was like, how does he ever get to that weight? Do you know what I mean? And like certain people in that division are bigger than him. Do you know what I mean?
One of my teammates, Arunas Andruskevicius, he was in Bellator as well. But he's retired now. You know, I kind of want him to like get back into fighting, but I don't think he will. But he's big as well, 6'3", just big ankles, big everything. You know, and he's not like a big light heavyweight. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, he was still walking around like I think. Yeah, like 100, between 105, 110. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
so not crazy.
Yeah.
What's that in kilos? 93, I think, right? Light heavy. 93, 93. So still a big cut, isn't it? Like in terms of numbers, but fuck me.
Yeah, like 50, like probably 15 kilo cut or something.
Yeah.
But he's not a big light heavy. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Body type's playing it because the one that comes to mind, like when people talk about size, is like Daniel Cormier, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, fought a heavyweight. He's only 5'10", I believe.
Yeah,
like
he's not
a
big guy.
He's built like he's got shoulders out there, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
but still, he's not like a big guy. But then again, he's quite overweight. You know, he carries a lot. Like he's frame wise again, probably my frame, I would say.
probably smaller, to be fair, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
probably shorter.
No, I think same height. As
Really?
me.
Is he that tall? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I met him a couple of times.
Oh,
I think
really?
same
Okay.
height, maybe a touch shorter than me, but
He might have had good shoes on that day, bro.
yeah, I don't know, but he is just like a big boy.
Like a tank, yeah.
Yeah, like you see him as a big boy.
Yeah.
Like frame's not big, but everything else obviously.
Yeah.
So
Went on to beat the heavyweight champ. Beat the heavyweight champ. He was heavyweight champ.
Yeah,
he
he
beat
was,
one of the most defending champions, didn't he? Stipe to get it as well, which is impressive.
But then again, that's 1 in a million. Do you get what
Yeah,
I
it is,
mean?
yeah. And sometimes I think styles suit a particular person to fight at a weight, right? He might have, I'm not saying he would have, but he might have done better at heavyweight than if he'd made the sacrifice and cut to 185. Just because you make the cut doesn't mean it's easier, does it? Do you know what I mean? We all know people that have gone down in weight and their career's just gone...
Yeah,
so
definitely.
That plays into it too. But like you've got to fight November 7th, did I hear that right? So like what's the plans now like till then? As we sit here now, we're what, sort of 8 weeks away? This will come out a bit later, but we're about 8 weeks away. Are you just training like a savage at this point?
Yeah, so I just got offered a guy, like finally a name, so I'm gonna wait for that to be finalised and then after that I've started cutting weight, I've started training, like I'm in camp again now, do you get what I mean?
Yeah. But you train year round anyway,
yeah,
right?
I'm always in camp, always 2-3 sessions a day. I think the difference is that everything gets a bit more specific, a little bit more cardio, and obviously the weight cut. That's the only difference. But I'm always in shape. That's why I like it, because I like to stay in shape, because I know when I'm out of camp, I already have, my cardio is the same as most people's when they ready for fight. Right. So when I'm in fight shape, my cardio is great. Like all my scores, everything is just nuts. So I always try to stay in shape all year round.
Well, are you one of these for the numbers? Are you big on like taking care of numbers and like looking at what you've done in past camps and all that kind of stuff?
Well, I can, definitely, because I can like measure my improvements and I can see where I'm at. You know, I've got some climbs that were like crazy that I still haven't hit since. Really? So for me, it's like, I know like that was it, like I was in amazing shape. Do you get what I mean? I need to get back to that. So like I always, every camp I try to up one of my numbers, whether it's a row, whether it's a ski, or whether it's a vertical climb, or whether it's a bike, whatever. or a run or something like that. So one number has to be better than last time.
I got you. So you mentioned the Versa Climber. Now that's one thing that's always in my mind when I think about London Shoot Fighters, because the videos online, right? Everyone's on the fucking Versa Climber. If anyone ain't been on a Versa Climber, get on one. That'll ruin your fucking day, I tell you. But like, where are they now? Like, one's here obviously, but they seem to have died out. Gyms used to have them back in the day. They seem to have disappeared a bit, don't they? I suppose you train in, right?
Yeah, for us, we always
You've got one, yeah. Because they used to be in a lot of gyms. Like when I was sort of like, I don't know, let's say late teens or something, it seemed like there was like a trendy thing to have, but I don't see them anymore other than
I think it's too hard.
That's what it could be, it could be that,
I think most people, they just don't want to work hard.
Yeah.
Like when you go to a gym, how many people do you actually see like working hard?
Exactly, not many,
People think they're working hard, but it's not hard work. Hard work is like, you're breathing out your ass, you can barely move after. You don't see that a lot.
No, you don't.
And when you see that, you're like, okay, cool, this person is like legit. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
of course,
For me, like, I'm going to be honest with you, because of the way, like, when I go to commercial gyms, I want to do my lifting there. Like, very rarely, if I can't come in or do something else, I'll do my cardio. Like, every time I go to a new gym, people come up to me after, like, so what do you do? Well, because of the way I train. And it's nothing crazy, but it's just most people, they have fun, whatever. Sometimes, obviously, I'm on my phone as well, but, like, for me, it's all heavy compound lifts, you know, or whatever. Like, everything is, people can tell that I do something, like, it's hard work. Like, people always come to, like, so what do you do? Well, how come you always do compounds? Because they pay attention to it.
Yeah, right.
Because not a lot of people will be doing cleans and then going straight into deadlifts and or front squats and all that kind of stuff. So I think, it's definitely rare to, like, even as not just cardiovascular, but like when you do muscular work, like weights and stuff like that. Not a lot of people work hard.
No, they don't. And do you tell people the truth when they ask you? Do you say you're a professional fighter?
Yeah.
I think you should start fucking with people, telling me like a jockey or something.
Yeah, well, sometimes it just depends on the situation. Because then eventually people find out, like, because someone will know me. Obviously, I'm not like mad famous yet, but I've got a little bit of following. So what happens sometimes, like that guy who knew what Bellator was, whatever, he'll start having conversations about me when I'm in the spa. Do you get what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Wrong timing.
I had a good one because there was this really fit bird in the sauna, and I was just walking in, and as I walked in, she was walking out, but I was hearing the conversation when these two guys were talking about me fighting, and he was like, oh yeah, we're actually just talking about you. I was like,
brilliant, straight up, son, high five.
Great, yeah. So that kind of stuff happened. Obviously, I don't want to be an asshole, but yeah, usually just tell them, like, that's my game. Even with girls, I just go, yeah, I just do sports professionally. And they're like, oh, what sports? Well, I fight.
Well, you got to tell me you're a Premier League footballer. That will get you more success, I think. You know what I mean?
don't think so, man. No? For fight, everyone loves fighting.
Everyone loves a fight. I'm kind of bullshit.
It's one of them ones. Like, fighting, everyone likes. But the thing is, a lot of people, because so many people chat shit, like, people think, oh, okay, whatever. And then, like, I give them my Instagram, and that's when they're like, oh, okay, he's actually a fighter.
But you look like a fighter too. Do you know what I mean? Like, some fighters look more pretty. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, like, to tell
thank
them,
you, mate.
Not
cheers.
I'm not saying
okay.
cut. We come back.
Thank
But
you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you look.
No, I don't.
I'll have to preface this. I'm sweating. But you know what I'm saying? Like, some guys, like, I'll give you an example. Alfie Davis.
Yeah.
Like, he's obviously a top fighter,
100%.
but you wouldn't put. He looks like a fucking model. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, so for him to say he's a fighter, I bet a lot of people go, are you though? Whereas you go, I'm a professional fighter, people go, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely. My nose is busted up, my ears.
But I'm not even talking about busted. Busted is, you are a little bit. But you know what I'm saying?
My nose, But
you know what I'm saying?
Big
More
boys,
yeah, exactly. It's
everyone always asks if I'm a rugby player. That's the thing.
Do they? Yeah,
Right. But yeah, like, I think obviously I've got that look of like, I get punched in the face, but it's for me, I just try not to do it. Like, I try to keep it. But I was actually talking to a girl the other day, and she was like, "Oh, I thought you were just like bullshit. I was trying to show off." But like, because a lot of people, like, listen, man, you go to a commercial gym, see how many people hit the bag. Do you get what I mean? They're like, badly. They're fighters. Some of them actually can punch, but they are not fighters. You know, they've been doing it when they were doing it when they were kids, just do it for fitness. But a lot of them, they do it just to show off.
Right.
You know. But they're not actual fighters. So. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of girls that were like, who came to me like, yeah, my ex-boyfriend was a fighter as well. I'm like, okay, what's his name? And it's like, the guy hasn't even had fights.
No, he's like a blue belt in Jiu Jitsu.
Yeah. So do you get what I mean? So I get it. I think when you think about a fighter, people think about local fighters. It's rare that you get someone that fights internationally.
It is, especially like, not for you, it's not, because you're in a gym like this all the time, so you're training, but like for the average person, like to actually meet a real professional fighter, it's like meeting a fucking alien, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? They don't come in touch with it, you know? They make, like we said, they make those Jiu Jitsu down the road, and that's like the tough guy of the group. But other than that, like, how many people really meet a proper fighter on a daily basis? It ain't many, is it?
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. Like, a lot of the times, it's the same conversations with everyone. It's like, you know, because everyone's interested in it because it's rare. And you have the same conversation. I was actually, one of my boys from Saudi, he invited me out for a dinner, and I went out with them, and his friends were there as well. And then one of the guys was like, "Oh, you're an actual fighter," and then all night he was like, "You made my fucking week." Because because he's into fighting, but he's like, he's never met someone that's actually like on an international level. You know, fights on the big stage and stuff like that. So it's, you know, it's nice.
Yeah. Do you do the bulk of your training here? I know, obviously, martial arts you do, but you do most of your training here.
I do all my training here.
Yeah. Oh, you do. Yeah. So you're not sort of like having to put up with being in a Nuffield health with people. Like,
no, but that's what I mean. So I do my lifting sessions in a
You do. Okay. You do. Yeah.
So but I need that as well, because I can't just be underground all the time.
Right.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah. Right.
Plus, you know, they got the spa. So after you do a nice session, you go to the spa. That kind of stuff.
I think it's important mentally to check out a bit as well 100%. When it get away.
Because for me, it's, even though like I work hard and it's a hard session.
Yeah.
But it's definitely more of like relaxation for me. Do you get what I mean? It's like different environment. I get to see like actual, like, not just topless dudes, sweaty dudes all the time. You see everything, you know. You get what I mean?
And how old are you now, mate?
25.
25, lucky motherfucker, 25. So, like, the reason I ask is because, like, you've got at least 10 years ahead of you as a fighter. If you want it, then you know, God willing, no bad injuries, all that kind of shit. But you could have 10, 15-year career ahead of you. You know what I mean? So sky's the limit, innit? But, like, with going forward now, have you got set goals? Like, we can get as specific as you want, or if it's a bit more secret?
No, so I'm going to have this fight in November, and then we'll see after. To be honest, I don't really want to go on Dana White Contender Series if I don't need to.
Right.
So we'll see. You know, we'll see. Obviously, when I left BFL, obviously asked for my release. They let me go, which was quite nice of them. And they said it's like, if you ever feel like it, you know, the relationship is there. It's just that I wasn't getting fights with them.
Right.
You know, I want more regular fights.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. But you know, the loads of shows, they're always coming up, so I don't know, we'll see.
Well, the reason I asked that question specifically in terms of time-wise, because I've had quite a few people on here recently who are speaking about UFCs and all that kind of stuff, but they're in their 30s, and they say, like, Dana White kind of, about being 30. You ain't got to worry about that, so you've got the time to sort
time flies, I feel like you always got to worry to a certain extent.
Tell me about it, time flies. Time flies.
You always got to worry about it to a certain extent, but... This is Misfits started MMA now as well, so obviously that's my friend's show. So you know, obviously KSI trains here. So and like obviously Mavs and all the other guys, like everyone's like, I've got a good relationship with them. So Misfits is there. I don't know, there's so many other shows, like even Karate Combat. There's the Dirty Boxing now. BKFC, like, you know, there are a lot of options. You know, ONE FC, BFL, UFC, but obviously UFC is the one that everyone wants to go to. But at the end of the day, I'm a prize fighter, so I'll go whatever I feel like I'll get the most out of it. You get what I mean?
Yeah, because there's proper options out there now. Isn't there? Like before, it was kind of like not just UFC and everything else was sort of like by the wayside, but like it was UFC was the big show, and the other options weren't necessarily like viable options unless you was a big name from somewhere or something like that. Whereas now, like all these shows, whether it's Misfits, Bare Knuckle, like you mentioned them all, I ain't got to repeat it, but like, do you know what I mean? They're proper ways, and people are making proper money now, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
Like, I mean, there are people making good money in Octagon, KSW, like, and what you can make if like with Octagon, they're doing like 6,000 stadiums. You get what I mean?
Yeah, big deals. Yeah.
Yeah, KSW same. So you can make mad money through sponsorships as well.
Right.
So I gotta pay. I'm gonna pay attention to all my options, and I'm not too focused on one thing, which I think is quite nice because everyone's just so focused on that one organization. Whereas I feel like I'm young, I'm very hardworking, I'm talented. I know I can. Listen, man. At this point, I've sparred with 5 or 6 world champions of major organizations. So UFC, Bellator, PFL now, PFL, Octagon. So six world champions of major organizations. I know that I can be a world champion. That's like, I just know. I've done it. You know, I trained with those guys. I know I can be a world champion. So for me, it's more about taking my time and make as much money as possible. Because at the end of the day, you know, obviously I do it for, like, I don't do it for the money. But when I'm 35 and I can't pay my bills, I'll be like, fuck.
You better have made some money, and then it's about the money. And you don't want to be the older guy that's chasing the money, because then it's quite sad, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, then you just go into
getting
fights.
a beating and whatever. Do you know what I mean? You don't want that, do you? That's no one wants that, but some people do. There's reality. Some people end up in that situation, don't they?
Especially fighters, like, if you're not very, or just athletes in general. If you're not, well, no, just athletes, people in general. If you're not very smart, you're gonna lose that money no matter what. So I might as well try to make as much as possible.
Yeah, man, definitely.
So my back is crazy.
Yeah, I can hear the voices, the breathing. Yeah, it's not nervous being around me, guys. It's just the back. But it's with like, you're a full-time fighter, right? So that's a big leg up, isn't it? Because like the 100%. Amount of people, you can imagine, I'm sitting here with a lot of people chatting, like. They've got to run here, they've got this job, they've got that job, they've got to get there for training. Like, that's a hard fucking, like, it's hard anyway. Don't get me wrong, it's fucking hard anyway. But if you can be full-time, that makes things a lot different, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Like, all I have to worry about is this.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, I can cover my bills, I can cover this and that. So now everything else is just training. And, you know, it is stressful. Maybe, to be fair, I feel like being a full-time fighter to a certain extent is a bit more stressful, because when you're a part-time fighter, that means, like, if you work next day or whatever, sometimes you got a reason to, like, actually I can miss a session or whatnot. Whereas for me, it's just like I have to be in every single session, because what else I'm gonna do? No matter, like, unless I'm sick and I can get people sick.
That's different. Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm here, I can barely fucking breathe. I'm gonna train again.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Beast, beast mode. Yeah.
You just have to work around it. That's you know, that's what I can do. So I think it makes a massive difference.
But I tell you what makes a massive difference as well. Like, sitting here talking to you, like, when you tell me you want to be a world champion, I'm looking at you. You mean it. Do you know what I mean? Whether it happens or not,
listen, man,
you believe it, don't you?
It's like I've trained with those guys.
Yeah, yeah. I mean? That's what I mean. Yeah.
Like, I've trained with 6 world champions. That includes UFC, PFL, and the Octagon. Like, I know, or like Octagon, like I fought the guy who's a heavyweight and the light heavyweight champion.
Wow, really? Yeah.
Yeah, in 2019, I was 19 years old.
19 years old,
baby.
Yeah,
and I fought him. Yeah, I fought Will Fleury. I fought him.
Okay, no. Yeah.
Yeah, so I know, and then the rest of the guys I've trained with.
Yeah.
So I know I can be a UFC. Like, who's the scariest guys you can think of right now in the UFC?
Hamza.
I trained with him.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I know I can be a world champion, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I just have to make sure that I have the right plan, and I stick to this, you know, I stick to the hard work. And then I feel like it's just a matter of time.
That's cool. And what's he like, Hamza, to train with? Like, if it's a secret, obviously you keep it to yourself. But like, in terms of training, like when you see him fight, like that was overwhelming.
It was very competitive.
Was it? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. As in like it's a very electrifying environment. You know,
right?
You feel like he's gonna kick off any moment.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone's on edge.
Right.
It's like when we sparred, it was like a fight. Like, we both came back, like, we sparred one day, come back the next day, everyone's got injuries, you know, like, everyone's a bit mashed up from the day before. It's you know, it's one of them ones.
Yeah, right.
Whereas, like, usually, like, when you spar with others, you're like, yeah, obviously you pick up injuries, whatever, but it's just not as intense. That was, like, intense. When we did 4 days of spars, we did 2 days, and so I went out for the first time to Dubai 2 days. Then I went back for another 2 days.
Right.
And it was just intense.
No fucking around, proper.
No, yeah, listen, if you know London Shoot, you know we're always on point. We're always, but it was just like, it's hard to explain. There's a different, like, the whole environment was just a bit different between me and Hamza. And we're cool. Yeah. Like, I just bumped into him before, we were bantering, you know, before his start fight. There's no benefit, nothing. But like, when we're sparring, because it's a competitive spar, we're like, everyone's like, we're trying to murder each other.
Yeah, that's good though, man. Isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
shit like that gives me fucking goose pimples.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I mean? I
It's
love to hear that.
one of them ones where we're like, literally, at one point we were up at TKMMA and it's like 36 degrees outside. We're outside at night in the cage, surrounded by loads of like everyone's watching us. You know, it's one of them was like, well, like they thought we're not used to. I'm not sure what they were thinking, but we used to. We're at London Shoot. That's like normal. So yeah, it's just the whole shit is intense. Like our rounds were super intense. But yeah, but even like not just Hamza, the other guys that I sparred, you know, they're all good guys. Like they're very, very good.
And with these full MMA rounds, you're sparring with him.
Yeah. But with everyone, like I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, it's a ground and pound and this and that. I won't count that.
Yeah, no, right.
But yeah, full MMA sparring.
Yeah.
So every those 6 people that I said it, I've either MMA sparred them or fought them.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
big,
so-
innit? That's big experience, isn't it? Like, that's
yeah,
priceless.
It's great.
Yeah.
Imagine I know that I've got literally 3 PFL champions, 2 UFC champions, and 1 octagon. Like,
Because like a lot of people think like, and they believe it and they think it, but like you've been in
yeah,
there,
I've
you've touched
experienced
it,
it.
you
Yeah,
felt it. Do you
yeah,
know what I mean?
I know exactly what it's like, and I know what it takes. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of time. And to my friend who called me a lightweight, he goes to me the other day. He's like, I don't know how you're so patient, because I've showed, like I had like videos of this and that, and I showed to him some of it, and he's like, yeah, man, I don't know how you're so patient. I know in that you're that level, and you're not even in the UFC. And I was like, because at the end of the day, it's about myself. It's not about whatever. It's about how good can I be. Do you get what I mean? Mm-hmm. So obviously, and then to be fair, when he said that to me after that for a little bit, I was like, well, you know what? He's a bit annoying, because obviously, like leaving PFL, some people would call it a step back. I actually don't. I feel like I've gained more followers fighting for Hexagon in Hungary than.
Right.
So it just, like I said, there's certain things happen for certain reasons. There's always negatives and positives, you know. But yeah, like I just know I can be world champion. So because of that, and I'm young, so I know I can take my time.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, listen, when it all pays off, it's worth it, and it all
Yeah,
going the
100%.
long route round or whatever, however it goes.
But yeah, also at the end of the day, when I'm, you know, I've got my kids or whatever, I can be like, yeah, well, this is why I did, and if you don't believe me, Google it.
Yeah, so Google me,
Yeah,
son. Yeah,
that's literally Google it.
But like, was you at the Hamzat fight when he won the title?
Yeah, because Michael was fighting.
Right, of course he was.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
yeah,
I
we'll
was
talk about
calling
that
Michael,
one too.
yeah.
But like I thought he'd win that fight, Hamzat. But like, what was your view on it? Did you think it'd be that dominant?
I didn't think it would be that dominant.
That was crazy. I was shocked at that. Yeah.
But I was like, I thought Djibril would be a lot stronger, get out of some positions. But listen, man, Hamza is very good. Like, he's very good. You have to have good wrestling, a certain style of. You have to fight a certain way to be able to deal with Hamza. And if you haven't experienced him, then you won't know how to do that.
Yeah. Is he physically strong when you're wrestling with him? Like, I know, like, there's a lot of people that are, but he looks like overwhelming against Duplessis.
I think he's just technically
His
that
technical
good.
thing, yeah.
I think he's technically very good.
Yeah, because I've said this I think on here before as well. There's like photos of him like when he's ground and pounding and he's on top,
Yeah.
and there's a particular one where he's Duplessis is like in a turtle position. They're
Yeah.
next to each other and their arms are next to each other. I know this sounds a bit weird,
Yeah.
but like Duplessis' arms are like twice the size
Yeah,
of
Duplessis
Hamza.
is a
And
big boy,
size,
man.
big boy, and like Hamza, like that shocked me how. Well, it wasn't close at all. Like I thought he'd win, but not
Yeah.
like that. That was like.
So you know when there's a video came out like, oh, Hamza dwarfs Duplessis. Do you remember when they? Or that was just the angle. Like Duplessis is massive.
Yeah, right.
Like
right.
probably the biggest middleweight I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's big.
Because he looks. I've not seen him in person, but he looks tall and jacked
He's like
too, right?
6. I thought he'd be on my height and just thick. He's like 6'3", I'd say.
Is he that big? Yeah.
Yeah, he's tall, man, and he's super thick. So he's like thick upper body, small legs, but thick upper
Has
body.
he got small legs? Is he? Yeah.
Well, not small, but like
By
compared
comparison,
to the upper body.
Yeah, because
Just
like
big
for that weight,
shoulders.
again, like your weight's in there, the one above it, but there's some like there are some proper lumps in
Big
there.
boys,
and
man.
like the option of him now, what does he do? Do you think? Do you think he carries on in this division, tries to get back, or does he jump and go up?
No, I think he's definitely going to try to come back.
He's
Don't
right, yeah.
forget, Duplessis used to be a welterweight.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, back in the day.
So I don't know. Yeah, I think he's just going. I think his physicality carries him in middleweight. I don't know if he's going to be the same at light
It's
heavy.
an interesting point. Yeah, it's an interesting point. Like with the other one, because they were talking a lot about him fighting Alex Pereira, weren't they?
Yeah,
at
I
light
think
heavy.
Alex Pereira is a beatable fight for him just because of his strength and his, I think just finding that takedown.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
right.
I'm sure Alex is very good there, like takedown defense. Because if he wasn't, he'd would have been beaten.
He'd have been found by now. Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, I feel like when you get some, because Alex Pereira, even though he's big for middle, for light heavyweight, he's not that big. Like I met him as well. Like he's a tall boy, but he's just not like a big light heavy.
He's not. Okay.
Yeah, I think if you give him someone who's like a good wrestler, not even a good wrestler, but be a bit relentless on that wrestling, I think they can deal with Alex Pereira.
Because he's lined up to fight for the belt again, I think. And is that date been announced now, or he's fighting Ankalaev?
I think he's fighting Ankalaev.
If it's not, it's coming, isn't it? Do you think he gets beat again, or can he turn this one round? Sorry, mate. I won't keep you all day, mate. I know you're back fighting.
I don't know. I think Ankalaev is just a bit too big.
Right. Just pressured and
I think it's like it does make a big difference when you got like a big boy that can strike a little bit as well, a bit smarter, can mix it up a little bit more.
I tell you what's interesting as well. Because people say about the wrestling, but sometimes the threat of the wrestling makes everything else more difficult. For someone like Pereira,
but Ankalaev is not really a wrestler. Is he?
No, he's not. That's what I mean. Like most of his things, I think they said on one of the broadcasts, like his average is like one takedown a round. Now the argument to that could be he gets one takedown and holds you down, but that's not really the case.
Nah,
with him. He's a striker.
Strikes, yeah.
He is a striker a lot. Especially like you look at his fight against Jan Blachowicz, not the most exciting fight in the world, but like he was on the feet a lot, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean? There was a lot going on there. So,
but I feel like he's better than most people on like striking.
Yeah.
But then because of where he's from, he's gonna have a pretty decent basic wrestling.
You think so?
Yeah. So he's gonna be able to deal with most guys, and I'm sure he's really strong.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like I said, it shows his basics of wrestling are very good as well. So it just we'll see. I don't know who's that light heavy can beat him really. Sorry. But I also don't really follow light heavies.
Right.
The only reason why I follow middleweights because it's like my weight class.
You're in it, right? Yeah.
Otherwise, I watch small guys.
Do you?
Yeah.
Not the heavyweight. You're not into like the Aspinall situation.
It's not that technical.
No.
I mean, listen, man, Aspinall is very good. Like it's not like I'm not saying they're bad, whatever. Then you get good knockouts, but when you also plus he's from England, so I'll go follow him.
Right.
But at the same time, I feel like when you just if you want to be a fan of the sport, it's like lightweight and below.
Yeah, well, right, exactly. Technical. It's a different game essentially, isn't it? The big boys. Do you know what I mean? Because you can't do the same things either way. You know what I mean? If you're fighting at 170, there's certain things you can't get away with.
I watched John Jones because John Jones is John Jones. Like you get those kind of guys, and again, to be fair, Tom as well, pretty technical for heavyweight.
Yeah.
But just in general, I don't really watch big boys because it's like
makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense.
I learn more from smaller guys.
Yeah. Well, also like the weights you mentioned, like lightweight and welterweight. The reality is most people that are cutting weight and that are in shape are going to fight in them divisions, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? That's the vast majority of men are going to fall into them categories. Maybe 45 as well, because there's some big boys at 45 as well you run
definitely.
into.
Like you look at my boy here, up and coming, Imran Chahani.
Okay.
He's massive. He's a featherweight.
Yeah.
And he's like my height, and like long legs on him. Do you get what I mean? So I think, but like just technicality, like they just move faster, they do more. Whereas like once you go to welterweight and above, everyone's a bit more slow.
Right.
They don't move as much. Like for me, it's rare to find a guy like me or Paige who moves so much, like welterweight, middleweight. Yeah, everyone's quite stationary.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's another massive frame as well as MVP.
Yeah,
like,
he's
for his
huge.
size. I mean, I know he's been fighting a middleweight now, but like a welterweight, like he's the first time I saw him in a gym. I don't know him personally, like you do, obviously, but I've seen him a couple of times in person. And like shockingly big for the weight to me. Do you know what I mean?
He's
like
a giant.
Proper massive frame.
Giant. Yeah, like I remember we were cutting weight, and who was I forgot the guy's name. A lovely guy, welterweight. He walks forward, black guy. Neil Joff Neil.
Oh, Jeff Neal. Yeah,
Sorry,
I got you.
He was like, so what? Michael staying at middle? I was like, nah, man, he's a big boy, but I think he wants to go down to welterweight. He's like, okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Honestly, because Jeff Neal is not he's not a big welterweight. Do you get what I mean?
He's not a big. Okay.
Yeah, like I was asking him about his weight cut. He's not big, but like Michael is big. The big boy, 6'3".
Yeah,
6'4",
and a legit 6'3", by the way. Like people say 6'3" sometimes when they're 6'1", don't they? Do you
know
know what I mean?
He's 6'3", 6'4". Yeah,
he's
he's a proper tall long limbs, you know, and it's fast. So.
And can move, and like he's getting on. I believe he's like coming up to his late 30s now, right? But still moves like silk. Still moves like crazy and stuff like that. His last performance, which we talk about, like on that card, I thought that was super impressive because I think again with the age, people just assume that age is like wrapping up time, but I don't think this day and age, if you look after yourself, it is.
Nah,
you know, if you look at box,
Michael Page against Lima or Logan Storley, that's like. I cannot explain to you how amazing he that was his peak because I think it was around 32, 33, something like that.
Okay.
He was so fast. He was great. Like obviously you can tell the age when you've been around him, but he's still a nightmare.
But he moves like silk. Like, obviously I'm watching TV.
Compared to everyone else, he's a nightmare.
He's got like that sort of I don't know how you describe it, like glides across the mat, doesn't he? He's like here and there. And it doesn't look effort.
He covers distance so quick.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So like for most, if you. Like compared to everyone else, Michael still made it. But when you look at Michael against like a Lima or so back then, I can't explain. He was just so much faster, like lightning, covers distance in no time. Right. And obviously he still does it. Like he's just amazing at what he does. Yeah. But it's just even the extra like, it's hard to explain when you haven't seen it. But it was amazing. But like so you can see the age, but at the same time. Michael is Michael. Like he's always going to be great at what he does. Yeah.
Well, that was I thought that was real impressive against Cannonier because Cannonier, for anyone who doesn't know, he's fought as high as heavyweight, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He's a beast of a man. Yeah. And to drop him like that, and he just looked like he was in his zone, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? I heard him talk at the post-fight press conference. I think he said he still doesn't feel like he's hit his whatever in the UFC
yet.
I
think he's now because when I speak to him, he's like, I get new motivation because. He feels like his old himself is coming back a little bit. I feel like the first couple of fights he had with the UFC, there was a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, right.
He even said that about the Gary fight, like he's never nervous before fights. Before the Gary fight, he was a bit nervous. Plus, he went into that fight with a pretty bad injury.
Right.
So, all that stuff, but he says like, now it feels like that old Michael is coming back. So I'm... like personality-wise, so I'm really excited to see it.
That's cool. Well, I mean, again, I don't know him obviously like you do, but like when I saw that last fight, I was excited that like, okay, we're gonna start to see this like really develop in the UFC because I think, listen, he's hard to beat, and fuck me, if he's on form like that and he believes in himself and whatever else, all the stars align, like he can be champion, can't he, in that division?
100%,
I think. And I'd like to see him stay at middleweight. I know you know more, obviously, in terms of what goes on.
I personally, I feel like he's. Obviously, middleweight, he can, do amazing things as well. But he's a welterweight at the end of the day.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then welterweight, he's faster. His cardio is better, you know. Maybe there's that difference of like how middleweight takes a punch compared to welterweight. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So I personally, for him, I want to see him at welter, but I do believe that he can be great in both. Yeah,
well, the reason I say that is because where he was dropping Cannonier in that fight, that was the one that made me go, fuck me, bro, just stay at middleweight, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, because I would have thought before, like, can you crack at that weight? Can you do the damage and whatnot? But, like, I feel like looking at that, I was like, this could get really exciting, do you know what I mean? But you obviously know him, like, day in, day out.
I feel like if that was a welterweight, that would have been stoppage.
Yeah.
That would have been a stoppage. Like, again, middleweight is just bigger heads, bigger weight, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Michael is fucking hard no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's
fast.
Like and very accurate. So I know I have to fucking deal with that. It's not a nice spar. But it's just there's that difference. So but yeah, whatever he decides and whatever he wants to do, you know, I'm sure the coaches and him they'll pick the best thing to do.
They'll figure it out and they'll get there, right? They'll do what's best. But I'll tell you one thing that interests me, I want to talk about before we finish, is like we're obviously London Shootfighters, which is renowned reputation-wise for hard sparring, hard this, hard that. But like when you train, do you do other aspects of martial arts like separately, for example? Do you do boxing sparring and things separate as well as just MMA?
All the time.
You do,
Don't forget my coach, Alexis. So so a lot of people don't know, but he's been boxing since he was a kid.
Right.
Yeah?
This is the guy I met when I was coming in here. Yeah. Shout out Alexis.
He's got WBC heavyweight world champions.
Right.
So he trained David Hayes.
Yeah.
He trained Chisora. He trained Chisora against Usyk. You know, he trained Chisora for his last fight.
Right.
You know, and loads of other. You know, we got Patrice. I can't say Patrice's second name, Mugazay or something like that. But he's at the World Championships now.
Right.
It's going on in Liverpool. I think it's the World. He's amazing. You know, like Alexis been around boxers always like, so he's like an amazing boxing coach. Like people don't know him like that because he likes to stay in the back, but he's an amazing boxing coach. I mean, how many people can say that? Oh yeah, I've had a WBC heavyweight world champion. Not a lot.
Not for
And then he's been a black belt for over 20 years in Jiu Jitsu.
Has he over 20 years black belt? So he would have been one of the early black belts in London, really, right?
That's
a long time ago.
In Europe.
Yeah.
He was tracing with the original greatest. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Like he's, and then he qualified to 2 Olympics in wrestling.
Oh, right. So he's all over the place in every
Athens,
art.
Yeah, so Athens and the one before, one after. But yeah.
Yeah, wow.
So one had an injury, second time I think they took they signed an American guy that he beat in training. He was like, let's fight for it. Let's who goes. And they still end up taking an American guy, and an American guy didn't even make weight. So he couldn't even compete.
Fuck, Alexis on the podcast tonight. Like he could tell 3 podcasts in one by the sound of it.
Man.
Yeah,
So he's and he's got like MMA wise, we headlined every show there is. You know, London Shootfighters is probably the oldest, if not one of the oldest. Well, one of the oldest, if not the oldest, major in Europe. Do you get what I mean?
Right,
So,
yeah.
And again, I've got Paul as well. Paul is my other head coach, who's had bare knuckle fights, MMA fights, who's lived in Japan for they all these guys, they all their lives have been,
They've really lived the life.
Literally their life is about fighting. They don't need to be teaching. They do it for the love of it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's amazing to be coached by people like them.
Yeah, priceless, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
I knew they've obviously got extensive backgrounds, but when you sort of break it down and say it like that, like the level he's done in each individual art as well, it's mental.
I think even Paul was an ADCC finalist.
Was he? Shit.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Wealth of knowledge around these parts.
Honestly, they like, if you know MMA, you know these guys.
Yeah. Well, London Shootfighters, like when I found MMA initially, I come from boxing, right? So like, it's like, especially like back a few years, it was like, I don't need that shit. I'm a boxer, right? But the first place
you were telling me.
So the first place I ever went to was the old London Shootfighters.
Yeah.
Like I didn't train there regular, but I'd drop in classes because it was quite far from me. But like, it's interesting when you sort of like you go there and you don't pay much attention, right? It's just like it's a coach and whatever.
Yeah.
Then you do a bit more and you go, oh, he was this, he was that. And before you know it, you're like, fucking hell, I'm in a good space here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's how big the gym. Like when I moved out here, I was already looking at gyms.
Right.
And then I looked at a couple gyms around me. This was like 2 hours, like 3 buses. When I was 14, I was like, yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, and that's another
man,
part
everyone
of the journey,
you can think of, like Alexander Gustafsson trained here, Marvin Vittori's trained here, obviously John Hathaway. If you know UK, everyone you can think about European MMA, like especially old school, even UK guys, from Lee Murray to everyone, it's London Shoot.
Yeah, it is.
Do you get what I mean? The history we've got is amazing, and to be able to say that I am part of that history is rare, and it's amazing.
Especially when you get that world title belt, mate, right?
Yeah,
and I said when. I didn't say if. I said when. Do you know what I mean? I'll hold you to coming and doing another podcast.
Yeah,
We've got a big gold belt.
Yeah, I'm down.
Don't big time me, bro.
Nah, it'll be all right. I'm down.
Mate, listen, I really appreciate you. I've held you with the back and all that kind of stuff. So, as always, grateful. Always great to talk to you, mate. You know the score. Before we finish, I asked you last time. I can't remember the answer. I don't know if it was a good one. What football team do you support, mate?
I don't
Chelsea, very good. Well done. You
I
can
don't
stay.
watch football.
You can stay. Chelsea.
Manchester United.
Don't leave me.
Manchester United.
My mate, top man. As you know, mate, I always finish with a fist up like this. Squeeze the neck. Boom.